Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in the modern, standard, and legacy formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoy today's video. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we are playing Mono Black Aggro, which is a deck that is performing extremely well in the StarCityGames Invitational as we speak. I'm recording this on Sunday as they're going through the top 8. We are going to go ahead and keep this hand. This looks like a pretty powerful hand here. I think, okay, we're against blue-white control, it looks like. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Swamp here and Bloodsoak Champion. Turn 2, I'd probably play the Smuggler's Copter and play for more of a long game. So that's something, I can't be too greedy in this matchup. Oh, and they're actually possibly a Jeskai deck. So I'm not sure what's going on with our opponent's deck. I would like to know, though. Thoughtseize would be really nice, but... Alright, no possible plays. I guess crewing the Copter is a possible play. Alright, yield through. Alright, we hit our opponent for 2. I'm curious what they're playing, though. If it's a Jeskai control. Alright, definitely a Jeskai deck. Probably Teferi Time Raveler coming down here. Yep. Ooh, that's very pretty. They probably bounce the Copter, I'd assume. If they're going for a tempo play. If not, I can just kill the Teferi next turn. So, alright, they do decide to go ahead and kill the Copter here. So here, I think I just replay the Copter and attack Teferi. And then I think I play, I'm going to play Night Market Lookout because I don't want to play Knight of the Ebon Legion into an active Supreme Verdict. And we are going to Night Market Lookout end of turn, most likely, on the Smuggler's Copter, just to get that extra point of damage in. We'll see how our opponent plays this match, though. If they play Supreme Verdict, obviously we don't want to activate Night Market in response. Alright, they do take 2 damage here. So our opponent's taking quite a bit of damage from their... Oh, they actually play Fires of Invention. So now we don't have to worry about what they do on our turn. So a Supreme Verdict might be coming down here, though. So that is something we have to worry about. But once they can only cast spells at sorcery speed and only 2 spells a turn. So we might be able to sneak by quite a bit of damage here. They actually just play Drawn from Dreams, so... And without a Teferi Time Raveler on board, we're going to be able to have this Murderous Rider up if we want it. Yeah, and I think I go ahead and crew 1 here to get that extra point of damage in. I haven't seen any too many Fires of Invention decks in Pioneer yet, so definitely interested to see what our opponent built. So part of me wants to play a Murderous Rider here and just how bad is that? We can get in for 7 this turn, and that's something that definitely is appealing. We could also keep up Fatal Pushes, though. I'm not sure exactly what our opponent's deck would look like. It could be like a Planeswalker build. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Knight of the Ebon Legion here. And I'm going to go ahead and draw and discard with Smuggler's Copter. If we find a mana source, I'm going to go ahead and discard one of these Fatal Pushes. If we find a mana source, that'd be appealing because we have the Murderous Rider here. Alright, we actually just drew a Night Market Lookout, so I'm going to discard a Fatal Push still. Alright, and our opponent's down to 6 now. I think I'm going to go ahead and play a Night Market Lookout anyhow. And I'm going to go ahead and crew now because I don't want Smuggler's Copter to die to a board wipe, but I want to get that extra point of damage in. Alright, now we'll let our opponent have their turn, and hopefully they can't do too much damage to us. It looks like they might be able to, though. But again, we have Murderous Rider, so... Alright, there's an Oko. Oko's not a card we're worried about here. Sure. Oh, and now they're gonna board wipe. Huh. That's pretty slick. Alright. They turn our Smuggler's Copter into an Elk and then deal 3 damage to everything. So that was pretty nice play from our opponent. Unfortunately, we didn't have mana up for our Knight of the Ebon Legion. And now I think I just have to... They left a card on top. I think I have to kill this Oko. Oh, and there's another Smuggler's Copter. Is that worth it? Probably not, because they can just make it an Elk. I'm going to go ahead and kill the Oko here. And we'll let our opponent have their turn. Our opponent's probably ahead in this instance. Losing that Knight of the Ebon Legion was actually kind of rough for us. Alright, here's a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. They're going to draw a card. Yeah, our opponent's most likely a Planeswalker build from the looks of it. They could have tapped the food if they wanted to. So here I think I have to just Swift End the... It's so weird that I have to Swift End the Oko and not the Hero. But you live a hard life. I really would like another land here, though. Being able to play Murderous Rider next turn would be appealing. And then being able to Thoughtseize our opponent as well. Get them off some of their cards would be nice. Alright, now they're going to be able to start gaining life with Interplanar Beacon. So that's not ideal. This is a pretty nice looking deck, though. Being able to play Fires of Invention. Now they're going to be able to get something from their sideboard. We'll see what they get here. Get anything for 6 CMC or less, and they can just immediately play it. Oh, wow. They're going to deploy the Gatewatch, and I don't think I can keep up with this. We'll see what they get, though. I want to know more about their deck. Wait, they just get Nicobolus? Oh, look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2... Okay. We'll go ahead and get rid of this Fatal Push. I'd really like a land. Give me a land. I know I just asked for a land, but maybe I don't want to land this turn. Alright, I did get a land. It's actually a Mutavault, so that's actually pretty good. I'm going to play Smuggler's Copter here and then Thoughtseize our opponent. Wow, they have Teferi Time Raveler, Supreme Verdict, Jace Architect of Thoughts. Look at this hand. On top of everything on the board already. Alright, I think I take the Teferi Time Raveler here. Yeah, because I don't want them to be able to Supreme Verdict on our turn if they got rid of their Fires of Invention. So what's their hand right now? So Temple, Supreme Verdict, Narset, Jace. And now they're going to get the draw card and we have to get rid of a land. Sure. And Teferi probably gonna... I don't know, they could get rid of the Smuggler's Copter if they wanted. Our opponent's at a weird spot. They do put a card on the bottom of their library. Oh, and they choose to play Fae of Wishes here. I guess that is a card that blocks Smuggler's Copter, so I guess it makes sense to play it. What? They have another spell? Oh, they played Temple and Scryed first, and then they activated Nicobolus. Ah, this sucks. Alright. I think our opponent just has this game. I'll play a couple more turns maybe, but I'm just going to probably concede here in a minute. And now, what is our opponent doing? Returning Fae Wishes. Discarding Temple Glacial. So they already played that. Okay. So they discarded 2 lands to return Fae of Wishes. This deck's pretty impressive, though. If I can get a list together, maybe we could play it. Oh, now they're just gonna... Each opponent... Okay. I'll let them end the game. I want everyone at home to see this. So they actually got Elder Spell and then... Okay. Yep. So they're going to get rid of their 2 Planeswalkers, make Nicobolus that, and then we lose the game because we don't have a legendary creature. That's actually a pretty impressive way to end the game. So we definitely want Collective Brutality here. We definitely want Duress. Noxious Grasp is probably a for sure to come in. Because we don't need cards like our Fatal Pushes. And Murderous Rider's fine. Alright, so let's... I like putting everything over here. That way everyone at home can see it. So we're going to bring in Noxious Grasps. We're going to take out Fatal Pushes. We're going to bring in 2 Collective Brutalities. Is that one we actually want? I guess we can hit cards like the Board Wipes, Supreme Verdict, and Settle the Wreckage. So I guess that is one we want. We want Thoughtseize for sure. We want our recursive threats. We didn't find too many of those. Well, they Board Wiped most of them away. Rankle's probably fine. It has haste. Smuggler's Copter's good. I need to cut 3 more things, but I'm not sure what. Maybe I trim a land. That always doesn't feel right. 24 is normally a pretty good land count to stay at. I'm going to trim a Night Market Lookout, and I think I am going to trim... Maybe I don't trim a Murderous Rider. Maybe Murderous Rider is better. Maybe I just trim a Noxious Grasp. And then I'm gonna take out the Gutter Bones here. It enters the battlefield tapped, which isn't good for our Smuggler's Copter. Blood-Soaked Champion doesn't enter tapped, so that's worth it. We're gonna go ahead and play this. We brought in 3 Noxious Grasp, 2 Collective Brutalities, and a Duress. We're gonna go ahead and be on the play. And is his hand keepable enough? I think so. We're going to go ahead and keep it. It's not the ideal start. Like, we don't have a lot of duresses and things, but we do have enough to hit our opponent for quite a bit of damage early, and then recur Scrap Heap Scrounger if we need to. And once we find that those disruptive elements, that'll be ideal. So our opponent did keep 7 here. Alright, we're going to play Noxious Grasp here and play Scrap Heap. We're going to get in for 2 with the Lookout. And that's the reason I didn't play Knight of the Ebon Legion here, is because I wanted to be able to get in for 2. Alright, turn 2, I don't think our opponent is going to be able to play a board wipe, which they're not, especially with Temple of Epiphany. They might have a Shock or something, though. So that is something we're going to have to watch out for. Here's Knight of the Ebon Legion. I'm going to go ahead and activate Mutavault here. So I am playing into a little bit of a board wipe here. We do still have Mutavault, and we're going to be able to recur Scrap Heap. But it's something I want to be able to kill our opponent next turn, which is turn 4, if they just don't do anything. So pressure is on. All right, they probably have the, yep, Deafening Clarion here. I'm going to go ahead and keep the pressure on our opponent, though. And in a turn, I'm going to bring back Scrap Heap. And if they have a Fire's Intervention and play a Planeswalker, I'll go ahead and Noxious Grasp it instead. Alright, there's Fires. So we didn't have our discard spell here, but alright, there's Teferi. So I think actually this turn, once I activate Teferi here, I'm going to go ahead and bring back Scrap Heap, and then I'm going to kill our opponent's Teferi with Noxious Grasp. And dealing 5 to our opponent here is pretty good. And then they're gonna have to find something here. If they kill our Scrap Heap, though, I mean that's pretty good, but all right. Hopefully they're not able to stabilize here. All right, they have a Nicobolus, which we cannot Noxious Grasp Nicobolus. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this Swamp. And they have a Teferi here. So we are going to be able to Noxious Grasp that one. And what they can actually do here if they want is bounce the Fires of Invention. Alright, they don't. They just choose to bounce Scrap Heap. Alright, they're not going to be able to activate anything on our turn, so that is beneficial to us. Yeah, I think I'm going to just play out my hand here. Noxious Grasp, and then Mutavault. Get in for 2, which is what they gained last turn. I guess I could have held the Noxious Grasp, but we'll see if that mattered here. Our opponent's looking for a way to stabilize, so let's see if they find it. We're going to go ahead and get rid of a swamp here. Alright, they do have a Teferi here of Dominaria, so they are going to gain 2 life here. So this gaining 2 life is very relevant. They choose to go ahead and draw a card. And now they're going to play an Oko. Alright, so they are going to gain some life here. And they're actually going to be able to gain 3 life with the food. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this, unfortunately. We already played 2 of our Noxious Grasps. Oh, we have Rankle here. Rankle can knock out the Oko. Do I want to knock out the Oko, or do I want to start attacking our opponent? I think I just have to keep our pressure on our opponent. These Planeswalkers are pretty unfortunate, but keeping the pressure on our opponent's probably what I have to do. Discards a card, draws a card. They are going to gain 3 life here. Did we play land drop? No. So we do have lethal on board. If they have a board wipe, we don't, unfortunately, but we might be able to get there. But they're going to be able to take care of most of our stuff here. And actually, that was pretty relevant. So if they kill both our things, we can bring back Scrap Heap Scrounger at the end of turn. So they have to have an exile or tuck effect. They have to tuck Scrap Heap with Teferi and then kill our Rankle if they wanna survive. This Planeswalker build though is pretty impressive. Oh, and Castle Vantress coming in tapped because they have no islands. Here's the Supreme Verdict. Alright, so that's not... I wonder if they see that line with Scrap Heap. I mean, they can gain 3 life still with... Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, now they're going to take out Fires. Oh, wow. Our opponent's going to do some crazy things right here. They're going to be able to activate both... Oh, shoot. They're going to kill us with Nicobolus again. No, stop it. Dang it, I don't think this works. No, we lost the game to Nicobolus twice in a row. Our opponent was able to stabilize, and that was not going to get there. Wow. That was an insane match. If anyone has that deck list somewhere, please send me a message either on Twitter or in my Discord if you're in there, and let me know what we just played against, this fighters list looks extremely powerful and plays just all the best planeswalkers. Nika Bolas, Teferi, Oko. At one point we saw Jace, Architect of Thoughts, and we saw Narset, Parter of Veils, and wow. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I was not expecting to face this. Wow, I'm going to have to reflect on this matchup. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. For your custom playmats, mousepads, and more, head over to Inked Gaming. Use promo code crocodilemtg10 to receive 10% off your order. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons.